What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about 5 historic teams that I think should be added in NBA 2K17. First off, we have got the 04-05 Indiana Pacers. I know they were a lot better the year before, and they were even better than that in 2000 when they made the finals, but this team was led by Ron Artest, Jermaine O'Neal. It had Steven Jackson, Jamal Tinsley averaged 15.4 points a game that season, and this team still had Reggie Miller, who was a lot better in that season than he was the previous year, even though he did only shoot 32% from 3. Obviously, I don't think this team will be in the game because it's not looking like they'll be able to get Reggie Miller, but a man can dream. I would love to see this team. Imagine getting to play with a prime Steven Jackson, Jermaine O'Neal and Ron Artest on the one team. That would be unbelievable. Next up, we have got the 06-07 Golden State Warriors, who were the 8th seeds in the Western Conference and upset the Dallas Mavericks in the first round. His team was led by Baron Davis in his peak, who averaged over 20 points a game and 8 assists. So this was an extremely good team. It had players like Baron Davis, Monte Ellis. Again, it had Steven Jackson. It had Al Harrington, who averaged 17 points a game that year. It had Jason Richardson, who at the time was one of the best dunkers in the NBA. Michael Petras was a good defender. And they also had players like Azubuike, who would be fun to use in 2K. I would love to see this team, but I can't really see it being in the game. And who knows, maybe we will get to use the immortal man, one of the greatest players of all time, Adonal Foyle.
No, it is Adonal Foyle! Oh, the bastard is out of retirement!
Next up, we have got a team from that same season. It is the 2006-2007 San Antonio Spurs. I know they did win 2003, 2005 and 1999, but my reasoning for picking this team is they had Bruce Bowen, who they've had in other years. They got Michael Finley for that year, who averaged 9 points a game, was an extremely good player. They had Manu Ginobili in his peak when he was the best 6th man in the NBA. They had Tony Parker, who just won Finals MVP and was one of the best point guards in the NBA. And Tim Duncan was still kind of in his peak, averaging 20 points and nearly 11 rebounds a game. Overall, I think this will be the San Antonio Spurs team from that era that'll be the best. It'll be great to be able to use Tony Parker, Manu, Duncan, as well as having players like Bruce Bowen on the floor. It'll be a really fun team to use. And Brent Barry, again, this season, who shot nearly 47% from 3. Sorry, 45% from 3. So he'd have like an 86-87 3-point shot. So this is going to be a really, really good team to use if it's put in NBA 2K17. Next up, we have got the 01-02 Sacramento Kings. Possibly the best team to never win an NBA championship. They were led by Chris Webber and Peja Stojakovic, who both averaged over 20 points a game. And everyone knows what happened to them in the playoffs. They should have beaten the LA Lakers but were robbed. But this team was extremely good. Webber, Stojakovic, Mike Bibby, Vlade Divac, Doug Christie, Bobby Jackson, a young Hedo Turkoglu, and one of the players that I'd love to use on this team is a young Gerald Wallace. When this team was in NBA 2K13, bronze Gerald Wallace was a dunking machine and was a great player. And they also had the NBA's greatest journeyman, who holds the record for the most teams played for, Chucky Brown. So I think this team, it'll be very fun to use. I don't think it will be in the game because obviously, like Reggie Miller, they probably won't get Chris Webber, and they had the team in the game a couple of years ago, but without Chris Webber there was no point having it, so they got rid of it. But hopefully they can make some sort of agreement and get this team in the game. Last up, I know a lot of people would probably think that I pick the 92-93 Suns or one of the teams with Charles Barkley, but I think that they could still get Charles Barkley in on the 76ers team that's already in the game. So you don't need to make an extra team for Charles Barkley. You get to put a young Charles Barkley from the Sixers in the game. The team I would like to see the most is the 08-09 Los Angeles Lakers. This was the year after Kobe won MVP. He averaged nearly 27 points a game and also nearly averaged 5 assists a game. Pau Gasol was in his prime, 18.9 points. Andrew Bynum was coming into his prime. He missed a lot of games through injury but still had a great year. LeBron Odom was a 6'10" player that could play like a point guard. They had Derek Fisher, Trevor Ariza, Farmar, Sasha Vujicic, Luke Walton. And then they also had the 3 of the greatest players of all time, Chris Mim, Adam Morrison and the great Sun Yu. So anyway, I would love to use this team. Hopefully 2K can put it in the game next year, but I don't think they will. They had a chance to put it in this year but didn't. So anyway, this is the video, and these are just 5 historic teams that I'd like to see. There's obviously a lot more. I would love to see one of Barkley's Suns teams. I'd love to see the 06 Dallas or 06 or 07 Dallas Mavericks. I'd love to see a lot of teams, but these are just 5 teams that I think definitely should be in the game next year. So as always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe.